hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. Yeah, I'm too up. Round blew up. Copped that new rape on them haters. Threw up. Brother went to jail for them. Told me you up. First time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to boof up. If your dog fall in your BossHogg and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. First I pull up, hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now.
Stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Barkley. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Looking to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many runs in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Watson. And this is caught at the 8. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Hyde. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned him.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Derrick Henry, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially to play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. Into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. They'll look to throw to Barkley on the check down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
They're going to look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. They're a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
And running with power here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's going to fire one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Carlos Hyde, 61 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get... From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now back to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Cameron Jordan. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down?
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Back to throw here. And that is going to be incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you pointed out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. He decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
Complete here. It's Hyde. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back, and he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Richmond.
From the gun, here's Watson. He finds his running back, Hyde. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Cliff Averill in there to get him for a loss of 5. The Texans on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Gun, 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 gun.
He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun. Gun, 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 gun. Detroit, Detroit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit, Detroit.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit, Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cliff Averill. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On first down, it's Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Watson now on second down. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? It's a gain of 5. So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10.
Richmond.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. That'll go as a loss of 5. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Richmond. Come back.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Richmond.
Again, it's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To the air yet again, Watson. An reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Tiger.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Hey, green the line. Green the line. Black 99 Philly. 2 jet. Richmond. 2 jet.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Bud Dupree with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Gun. All right, now, Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Anthony Barr coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. The pitch goes to Barkley, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They're going to look to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Gun.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone.
They'll look to throw here on first down. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up second down.
Gone. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Run for it with Barkley. And he'll be...
You and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Detroit!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And his kick here is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. He got 29 yards that time.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what.
Richmond. Do Jack.
On first down, Watson. Forced out to his left. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Potter. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That goes for a gain of 31. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll run it again with Henry. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now out comes Houston. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Cliff Averill able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. The Texans on third down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Detroit!
Now back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here.
Detroit! Detroit! Detroit!
They begin with a run by Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! Gun! 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 Gun!
He'll look to throw. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down, an almost unimaginable 0 for 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Cameron Jordan getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. From the gun, here's Watson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Allen, the intended receiver.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Texans on 3rd down. The struggle has been real. They have had ample opportunities. They've yet to cash one in. This is 3rd and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The delay of game backs them up 5.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Come back, come back. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
Throwing now, Watson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
On second down, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Black 99 Philly. Richmond, Richmond. Come back, come back. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
Third and long. It's Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on first down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He dumps it off to Barkley. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
They'll look to throw here. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.